Hello and welcome. In today's guide we'll go over the second character coming out in patch 2.3, FLUTTERPAGE. Welcome to her build guide. FLUTTERPAGE is a star sub DPS mainly dedicated to follow-up attacks. She's able to buff allies passively thanks to her force field, boost the whole team damage, and is the first character able to provide +1 AP thanks to one of her skills. She's also very AP positive due to how her ultimate works, but let's go ahead and check her kit. FLUTTERPAGE Insight is the source of her force field. Insight 1 enables the gust mechanic. After an ally takes any action, FLUTTERPAGE will gain 1 stack of gust lasting for 3 rounds, stacking up to 50. At the beginning of the round, depending on how many stacks of gust she has, FLUTTERPAGE will gain different force fields, providing her and her allies with different buffs. Keep in mind though that only one force field can be up at a time, and 3 types will be replacing each other once the threshold is reached. At 5 stacks or above, she will gain Paper Parade. This is the first type of force field and will enable FLUTTERPAGE to add extra reality damage to all allies' attacks. She will also deal 15% reality damage and additional 15 to the main target when attacking. During an extra action, FLUTTERPAGE will consume 2 Eureka to further increase the previous bonuses by another 15%. At 15 stacks or above, she will gain the second force field, Wave of Sheets, replacing Paper Parade. This field will retain the bonuses from the previous one and add a reality and genesis damage bonus of 2% scaling with each stack of gust. At 25 stacks, she will gain the last force field, Adieu Mother Earth. This force field will once again retain the bonuses from the previous one and add extra effects. When performing an extra action, it will be a guaranteed crit, and both normal damage and genesis damage dealt will increase by FLUTTERPAGE's own crit rate times the result of crit damage minus 100%. So for example, if she has 70% crit rate and 150% crit damage, the final damage increase will be by 35%. Insight 2 is an attack increase, and Insight 3 increases FLUTTERPAGE max Eureka by 2. Also, after attacking, she will gain 2 more. Lastly, when entering battle, she will start with 2 Moxie and 10 stacks of Gust, relieving the difficulty of having to build Gust from 0 on round 1. Let's now move on to her skills. Knock Knock is her first skill. Is a mass attack dealing 150 to 375% mental damage to 2 targets and will generate 2 stacks of Gust. Her second skill, Kite, is a 1-target attack. It will deal 100 to 250% reality damage and will grant a buff called the Continuous Action 1 for 1 round. This buff will increase the AP zone by 1, and FLUTTERPAGE is the first character to have this type of capability. It is important to note that multiple uses of Kite will not raise the AP gain, so don't use them all at the same time. Lastly, her ultimate. It's called A Dream That Never Grows Old, and it's a self-channel. Once cast, FLUTTERPAGE will recover all her Eureka and enter a special status for 3 rounds, during which she can't gain Moxie. While in this status, it will convert all of her incantation into Regards from the Sky and cast them all. At the end of the round, 1 more will be cast. When the channeling ends, FLUTTERPAGE will gain 1, 2 or 3 Moxie depending on the Gust force field she's in. Regards from the Sky is a mass attack that deals 40% reality damage to all enemies plus an additional 40 to the main target. So to summarize, you want to increase your Gust as much and as fast as you can, helping yourself with the +1 AP skill and rushing the ultimate. Now that we know her main kit, let's move on to her portraits. B1 increases the damage from Kite skills and increases the round of continuous action to 2 rounds. B2 increases the overall damage bonus from all force fields from 15 to 18. B3 improves her Insight 3 by giving FLUTTERPAGE 3 Moxie and 20 stacks of Gust when entering battle. It also increases the normal and genesis damage scaling with each stack of Gust to 2.5%. P4 is a further increase in the bonus damage from force fields, now at 23%. And P5 empowers the damage coming from the ultimate special AoE to 60%, and the moxie gained while exiting the ultimate is now 2, 3 or 4 depending on the force fields possessed. Overall, the only portrait that has the most worth is definitely gonna be P1. Having one more turn on that +1 AP will be incredibly valuable for almost all scenarios. For her Psychube, her signature is definitely the best choice. It's called On the Land of Time and can be found in the shop. It gives up to 28% penetration rate and 12% critical damage, stacking up to 3 times while attacking during a channel. When it comes to resonance, due to her force field heavily relying on crit stats, FLUTTERPAGE will be using a crit-oriented build, with a genuinity frequency to double down on offense. Lastly, let's cover her team building options. Obviously, considering her kit, a full follow-up attack team would be the best choice. However, she can offer benefits as long as you can maintain her force field up. That said, even the follow-up attack team is not necessarily set in stone, considering how many characters have extra attacks in their kit, so FLUTTERPAGE teammates can vary a lot. Characters like Euphoria Lilia, Jay, Chunyan-se, 37 or even Anjonala or Winsong Fast Ultimate are definitely good options, but in the case of future characters, we'll get even more. Tutu, coming in the next patch, will become an extremely good healer dedicated to enhancing follow-up teams, and will be FLUTTERPAGE's best friend in basically every team. You could also use her in the new impromptu mechanic, coming in the next patch as well, due to her fast Eureka generation, provided you have an impromptu character with you in the team such as Barcarola, Euphoria Voyager or even Matilda. Last but not least, the new limited character in 2.5, Liang Yu, can also be played with FLUTTERPAGE thanks to the +1 AP helping her with her buff uptime, and the automatic card clear will easily stack extra talents for her ultimate. Overall, FLUTTERPAGE will be able to play a key role in many teams, follow-up or not, so picking her up will definitely prove to be a very valuable addition for your account, both now and in the future. That's it for today's guide. For any question, feel free to leave a comment below or come ask me live on twitch.tv/Jakazin. Thank you for watching and see you next time.